All right, before we begin, let me give you a disclaimer here. So, the lines that I'm going to be giving you today, the things to say to a woman, this is not something that you can just go up to any woman and say. This is not something that's going to help you get out of the friend zone. This is not something that's going to help you with a woman on a first date. These lines are specific to someone who has already been sexual with a woman. You guys have already hooked up. Maybe even you're in a relationship, so this helps for those guys as well. So this is something that you can use that doesn't get her initially turned on by you. Like that should already be there. And so the lines you're gonna hear here are gonna be ones that are gonna take that to the next level, if that makes sense, okay? So again, these are lines that you're gonna say that are gonna take it up a notch, but that original notch needs to be you guys have already been sexual with each other. So ultimately, why is this something that you want to learn? It's because you want to make sure that the foreplay or the getting her turned on portion of sex is not just during sex. It goes a lot deeper than that, no pun intended. Basically, what I'm saying here is there should be moments when you're turning her on before you guys are even touching each other. That's why I'm saying that there's these lines that you can say that make it that much more powerful. And yes, words, communication, talking to each other is very powerful. And that's why these lines work so well. It's going to make the sex better because you're building tension. And ultimately that sex is going to be better for her. It's going to be better for you. And that's what these lines do, okay? So it makes it better, it builds it up, builds that tension, because with a lot of tension, there's a bigger release, okay? And it's gonna be that much better, like I said, for both you and her. You're gonna notice in these lines, and don't worry, I'll get to them, you need to understand why they work, because it's gonna help you. It's not gonna be good just to know the lines, you gotta know and understand why it works. And it goes with this idea of dominance, okay? This idea of you're gonna be there to take care of her. You're gonna be the one there to lead the way. And this is very attractive to women. Women find this sexy, not just in the bedroom, but in all different areas. That's why when I talk about my Hooked program and I say, guys, you gotta get this thing, it's because I have dominance in there, and dominance is so important. That goes along with my TED formula: tension, entertainment, dominance. Dominance is a big key to turning her on, because that's one of the traits that women like. Okay, that's what they like, and that's what these lines are gonna do for you. By the way, if you wanna check out the Hooked program, link down below, getherhooked.com, check that out, where you'll learn more about dominance. So what are these more dominant lines? Well, here they are. The first one is this, and here's what's cool real quick, is that you can use these all in one night or one day, whatever. They all work together, but you can only use one at a time also if you want to. So the first one is this. You say her name and then you say, come here. Okay, so imagine you guys are, hanging out, and maybe she just came home, whatever. You can look at her in the eyes and say her name, right? So whatever that is, come here. Come here. So you're saying it with this downward tonality too. You're not like, come here. You're not trying to console her. You're not talking to a little doggy. Come here. No, it's hey. But instead of hey, you'll say her name. Come here. Come here. Maybe you have a little smile on your face, whatever. Come here. You say that to her. And again, don't say it like in a mean way. It's not like, hey, come here, right? You're not doing that. It's somewhere between assertive and playful. It's like, hey, come here. And then she comes over, and then maybe you make out with her, whatever, okay? But that's kind of like maybe something you would say as the first step to you two having sex. Here's another one. This is something to be used when you guys are either doing something with foreplay or sex, but you're gonna be saying to her, how does that feel? How does that feel is so powerful, because it says to her, I care about how you're feeling in this. So that's one thing it does, but the second thing it does is it says to her, I am here to make things more pleasurable for you. It's like you're in control, and you will do the things that make her feel good, right? So you're gonna say, how does that feel? You're checking in. You don't wanna do this too much, once, twice at the most in any given session with you and the girl you're dating, or you and the girl that you're seeing and in a relationship with. But you wanna ask her that. You wanna see how it's going for her, okay? Again, twofold, huge benefits. Showing her that you want her to feel good, and it's showing her that you can make her feel good. Here's another one. You can say this over text. You can say this in person. So this is kind of like twofold, text or in person. But you say, you're mine tonight. You're mine tonight, period, if you're texting. right? Or in person with that downward inflection. You're mine tonight. A little bit of a smile, just like we said with the, hey, come here. You're mine tonight. Again, dominant, sexy, that says to her that you are in control and that you want her and that you are going to do the things that are going to make, the sexual experience awesome. You're mine tonight. Very assertive, okay? So women love this. You can use all three of these lines in one night if you really want to, but just understand these are very powerful. And again, disclaimer, like I said earlier, you only want to use them if you guys have already hooked up. It's not something you're going to want to use if you haven't gotten to that point, okay? Or else it's going to come off weird and kind of creepy. So here's what I want you to do now is I want you to test out that first line with the girl that you're seeing, all right? Again, her name, whatever it is, come here. Try that out the next time you're with a girl. You're going to see her completely melt, right? And again, the follow-up to that is you embracing her, kissing her, and going forward with that. But just name, come here. Try that out. Don't forget the Hooked program, which is going to teach you how to get to this point where you are having sex and women want you. So check that out at getherhooked.com. Put a link down in the description below. You'll learn more about the TED system that I famously talk about. Hope that helps. Make sure that you test this out. It's going to be awesome.